Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bree and today I'm going to be talking about my favorite supplies. This is pretty much it. If I had to pick anything from my art supplies, I would pick these things. I'm not really sure how many I have here because I have a whole pencil case full of things, but anyway, these are my supplies, and everything that I list here in the video I will also have listed in the description box for you. Some of these things you will have already heard me talk about. Some of them are already listed in the description box of some videos, but I just wanted to have like a go-to video that you could go to that like kind of gave you an understanding of my favorite things. So I'm going to clear this off and then we're going to go through them one by one. My first thing that I want to start with, because I think it's most important, is paper. I use a couple different journals. I have these two journals. This, well, we'll get to that little. Okay, so this is a Stillman & Birn. This is the Zeta series. I like the Beta, and I also like the Delta. They are just really awesome books. I actually can't, I don't know where my, oh, here it is. Hang on. This is my my hardcover Beta. You guys have seen, let's see, something like this before in it. And then my next one after I'm finished with this one will be the Zeta. I haven't tried this yet, but it's the same type of paper except for smooth instead of a little bit of texture. So I'm really excited about this. This is my go-to sketchbook. If they made this sketchbook in a B6 size, which that's what this size is, I would eat it up. I wouldn't even worry about any other paper because I like it so much. So that is my sketchbook for a lot of my documented life sketches, my urban sketching. This is what I like to use. For this, I make my own inserts, and that's what this is right here. And when I make my own inserts, this is what I like to use, the Strathmore mixed media paper. I like it because it's thick enough to hold some watercolor. You know, this is my journal. It's my practice book. It's, you know, it's kind of like my brain dump. So I don't need the best quality paper in here, but I do want something that will withstand some, you know, heavy washes. Like if you guys saw my tutorial video, I used a lot of water on here, and you know, honestly, it didn't buckle all too poorly, especially when you're closing it in a book and then there's like weight of other things on top of it. You know, you can kind of see right here that it buckles a little bit, but it really isn't that bad. And I use a lot of stuff on it. So yeah, like this is acrylic, watered down acrylic. I bind my own using the mixed media Strathmore paper, and I really like this. Let's see, moving on. Well, I guess I can just, this right here is my traveler's notebook. I really would like to get another notebook, but I am torn because I really enjoy the leather, thickness of leather, the structure of leather, but I'm not a fan of using leather. So this is a huggable leather is what it's called, from Speckled Fawn. And this color was in sage, and that's why I got it, because it was green. And it was this is pretty much my favorite color green. It's like that dingy, gross green. I really like that. So I also like the fact that it has pockets in the front, so I can stash a ton of washi and everything like that. And like I said, I like the structure. I have tried just a fabric dory, but my problem with them is there's no structure. I haven't found one with pockets yet. So, and plus this is in standard size, and I like the B6 size. So anyway, I'm still on the hunt for possibly something that isn't leather, but is still this color green. But for now, this will do. I really enjoy this, so This is what it is. This is my B6 Traveler's Notebook. And then let's get into supplies. So let's just, this bag right here is, who is this by? I don't even know who this is by. It says Design for Arrangement on here, but I will link it in the description box because I got it off of Amazon. But it has 2 pockets in the front, which I never use. You could like put washi samples in here and stuff like that. I just don't. Then you open it up and it has 2 pen slot pockets. I always have a ballpoint pen, either blue or black. I think I have the blue ones in my Traveler's Notebook. So I love drawing with ballpoint pens. I have my Lamy Safari with the broad nib on it. Inside here, I always fill it with carbon black ink. Here is the bottle and what it looks like. I got this off of Amazon. I got the purple Lamy from Goulet Pens. It does not come with the converter. It comes with cartridges though. This is a 0.05 Stettler fine liner pen. This is my absolute favorite fine liner that I have found so far, and like I said in previous videos, I've been through a slew of them. I normally only keep a 005 in my to-go kit, but if I do buy a 3 and sometimes a 2, and I'll use that at my desk. This is a Keros Customs fountain pen. It is filled with movable ink. I want to say it's by Noodlers, but it's not important. Just even Higgins movable ink or anything like that. This pen is olive green. That's kind of why I asked for it. I got it for my birthday a couple years ago. It's pretty much indestructible. They've done videos on YouTube where they can like throw it and it'll ding up a little bit, but nothing will happen to the nib and everything on the inside. So not that I need a bulletproof pen pretty much, but I just like the color. I keep this in here. It's my Tombow Pen 942. It's what I use for skin tones because I am lazy, pretty much. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. I really, really use it in my Omni journal. I have a Uniball Signo Broad white gel pen. This is my favorite white gel pen I've ever used. I won't buy anything else. I've tried a bunch of those too. This is a Faber-Castell Artist Pitt pen in B brush. It's a brush tip, so B. I enjoy this pen a lot. I like it because it's pretty versatile. So if you lay it down and you move it really quick, you can smudge it with your finger, you can use water on it, but then you let it dry and it doesn't move. So you can you have some play with this pen. So I really, really like this brush tip because I want to get that deep, like thick, bold line, and if I want to bleed it out a little bit and play with it, then I can. And if I don't want to, it can just stay really bold and black. Over here I have my pencil. This is a Stanford turquoise. It is a drafting pencil. I actually got this from my dad. And I really like it because I like the thick lead, so if I drop it, it doesn't break, and the lead inside doesn't break. And on the end, it has a pencil sharpener, so you can sharpen it. You just kind of push that forward, and you twist it. It's just sandpaper in there. It's kind of cool though. And then just twist away, and then the point gets finer and finer, just like any other pencil sharpener. The only problem is that when you're done sharpening, so there, it's pretty fine now. When you're done sharpening, you have to dump this somewhere. So that's the only problem with it. But if you're outside, it doesn't matter. So, or if you have a trash can nearby or whatever. So anyway, I really enjoy that. And then I don't have to carry a pencil sharpener. So that's awesome. Here I have a clickable Pentel eraser. I use the crap out of these. I like it for fine details, so I enjoy that. These three are water brushes. They are by Sakura. I got them in my Koi water brush set, but you can also buy them individually. This one is filled just with plain water, and these two are filled with the same ink that I have in my Keros Customs pen. It is movable. One is just the straight ink, so it's pretty dark. That's why I have this black strip around it, and the other one is half ink, half water, so then I have two different gray tones. So I have that. And then I have my Kakuno Pilot pen with a fine nib on it. I like this pen a lot. However, my other one, I have a white with a purple cap. It's really breaking. Like the cap is cracking up the side. There is a white, when you pull this out, there's a white thing in there. I guess when you close the pen, it kind of like closes this on the inside. Every time I open it, the white thing pops out in the purple one. So it's like $12 online, and to be honest, I would probably go with the Pilot Prera pen. I have that attached to my Hobonichi, my planner. I know it's double the cost, but it's that much better. So, but I do like this. It's a good starter fountain pen. So is the Lamy. So then you can flip this over. Here I just have like blank cards. These are 3x4 cards, and I like keeping these here so that way if I do want to do a tip-in or something, I have some plain cards. I can doodle stuff. I can do little paintings on them, and then I can tip them into my journal. One thing about this, it did come with a third pocket, but my third pocket was ripping, or my middle pocket was ripping, so I just cut it out and it works. So back here I have some essentials, I guess. They're like my less used when I'm out and about, but I like keeping them in this case because these are my most used supplies. So here I have gouache. Just white gouache. That gouache is so much better than the white watercolor because it is opaque, so it will go over pretty much anything. This is a white pearl eraser. I've used these my whole entire life, and I like them, one, so much better than pink pearl because pink actually leaves pink streaks on your paper at times, and it's just, I've tried all these different artist erasers like Derwent and everything like that, and I just keep going back to the white pearl. These are my black velvet travel brushes. I have them kind of like taped off here. So the small washi tape is my 4, the no washi tape is my 6, and the bigger washi tape is my 8. The reason I had to do that is because on these they actually had like black velvet travel brush, and then they had the size, but I have used them so much, or I don't know, they rubbed on something that came off, so I had to come up with a different way. But you pull them out and you just stick them on and you have your travel brush. These are my favorite paintbrushes if I wasn't using a water brush. And then you just have to be kind of careful when you're putting them back in the cap, because if you hit the side of it, you're going to break some bristles possibly. You just don't want to jeopardize the tip of the brush. Here is just a extra vessel for the water brush. I think with this one I bought a small tip. These are all, I don't think I mentioned this, these are all medium-sized tips. And I think at one point I bought a small and I just didn't like it. It was too small. The water didn't come out how I liked it. And so anyway, I ended up kind of tossing, it might be in this bag actually. I ended up kind of tossing it and then just keeping the vessel. They do come with these black stoppers. Here's another one I just dug in my bag and found. And it does stop the water from coming out. So, so I just keep this extra tube in here just in case I need it. And then let's see. Okay, so I talked about the carbon black ink. That's my favorite. Okay, so these are my Daniel Smith watercolors. This is a case that I found on Amazon. You can find any empty case. It doesn't really matter. When you open it up here, when I was looking for a case. I looked for the side that had these types of wells and then a side that had this type of well. I just like the larger spaces to mix over here and the smaller spaces to mix over here. It just works for me. Also, this came with a tray that had 2 rows, okay? I took the tray out and tossed it because you can fit a lot more pans in here when you don't have the tray. Right now, I have them taped down with double stick tape. That's all. I just used my tape runner, honestly, and I did 3 rows, and then on each individual pan I did some tape and I stuck that down. I am asking for my birthday for some magnets to put on them. They're like mighty magnets, they're called. But until then, honestly guys, this double stick tape works pretty well. This red one right here that I have, it struggles a little bit because it does have this, like, you know, little divot down there. So that's the only one that comes up sometimes. Honestly, if I stick it down pretty good, it doesn't come up on its own, but it will come up if I try to move it. Like, you can tell that these will move, but they won't. If I drop this, they'll stay in place. So I kind of wanted to go over the colors. I made a little swatch card for you. And I have the colors here in front of me. So this is Pyrrole Crimson. This is Permanent Orange. This is Quinacridone Gold. This is Hansa Yellow Medium. This is Sap Green. I have Phthalo Green. And then I have Phthalo Turquoise. Then I have Cerulean Blue, Phthalo Blue, Ultramarine Blue, and Indigo. Quinacridone Rose and Opera Pink. I have Carbonzol Violet, Burnt Sienna, Pyrrole Scarlet, Raw Umber, Brown Ochre, Buff Titanium, and Payne's Gray. Those are all the colors I have right now. This color right here, I really want to get a color that's very similar to like a, what is it? In the Jane Davenport Bright set, there's like a color that's like mermaid tail. I just haven't found it yet. I want to get, I moved and I lost my Daniel Smith dot card where it has like all these sheets full of different colors of Daniel Smith, and they just put like literally a little dot on the card and then they send it to you, and so you can test out all their colors. Well, I don't know what happened to it, but I want to re-buy the dot card, and then I'm gonna search for that color, and that is where that's gonna go. But if I had to pick my favorite color or my most versatile color that I use all the time, probably be the purple, because purple is really good for shadows. It mixes well with other colors to make them darker, and a little bit of that stuff, like a teeny tiny drop on your brush, goes a super long way. That color has lasted me forever, and I use it all the time. Another color that I use a lot is my Sap Green. That's probably one of my favorites. And then also my Phthalo Blue. That's probably one of my favorites. I really enjoy what the what the Phthalo Turquoise looks like on paper. I just never pick it up for some reason. So there's that. But yeah, these are all my colors. Oh, I really like Quinacridone. What is that? No. Yeah, Quinacridone Gold right here. I really, really, really like that color. So these are all my go-to supplies. If you have any questions, you can let me know in the comment section below. I will leave all these links in the description box for you. And yeah, I think that is it. I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.